Pause for a second and ask yourself, what's your favorite color at this very moment? That choice? It might be speaking to parts of you, your desires, your defenses, even your hidden wounds. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes. We'll explore 6 colors: red, blue, yellow, green, purple, black, through a Jungian lens, blending professional depth with a heartfelt conversation. Ready? What you'll get isn't profiling, it's mirror work. Jung believed color is the mother tongue of the subconscious, a symbolic language from deep inside that we sometimes overlook. We'll explore each color through its core energy, the archetypal pattern, the hidden need, the shadow, everyday expression, and a simple reflection or action to ground it. Think of this as a conversation with yourself. First, choose your color. If two feel active, you're likely blending energies. Listen curiously, not judgmentally. Use the journal prompts. Let awareness emerge, gently. Red, the vital force, passion, presence, power. If red is your color, you're drawn to life force, immediacy, and embodiment. Red pulses with energy, fire, blood, action. Red, in Jung's psychology, is the color of raw life energy, the primal archetype of survival, passion, and action. It belongs to the instinctual part of the psyche, the animal self that beats within all of us. This is the color of blood and fire. It stirs the root chakra, representing grounding, security, and the will to live. Red says, I am alive, I am here, I will not be ignored. In its positive form, red fuels courage, assertiveness, sexuality, and the determination to move forward no matter the obstacle. It's the warrior's flag and the lover's heartbeat. But Jung also warned that red's shadow is aggression, impulsiveness, and blind rage. In dreams, seeing intense red can mean your unconscious is alerting you to a life or death urgency, either physical, emotional, or spiritual. When red dominates your life, ask, am I channeling this fire into creation or destruction? Hidden desire, to act, be seen, to be real. Shadow, impulsivity or intensity can mask tenderness. You might push when what's needed is presence. In life, you shine in leadership, crisis moments, or when passion is required. Practice, today, before reacting, take a power pause, a full breath. Let that heartbeat live. Journal, where have I bulldozed instead of listening? What's one desire that deserves calm attention? Blue, the voice of the soul, calm, insight, trust. Next, blue. Blue is calm, deep, reflective, like still water or a clear sky. Blue, for Jung, is the color of truth and inner stillness. It is the archetype of the seeker, one who looks beyond the surface for meaning. Connected to the throat chakra, blue governs honest expression and deep listening. It is the ocean in the sky, vast, infinite, unshaken by passing storms. In dreams, blue often signals spiritual calling, loyalty, and self-reflection. It invites peace and contemplation. But blue's shadow is emotional withdrawal, excessive detachment, or hiding behind cold rationality to avoid vulnerability. Too much blue can isolate you from the warmth of human connection. Balanced blue, however, is a powerful healer. It teaches that speaking truth with compassion can transform both the speaker and the listener. Blue whispers, speak honestly. Listen deeply. Live in harmony with your truth. Hidden desire, to understand, bring harmony. Shadow, feeling can be intellectualized or postponed. Calm can become isolation. In life, you're trustworthy, steady, excellent in strategy, teaching, or caring roles. Practice, before offering ideas, name one feeling. Let clarity begin with the heart. Journal, where has logic silenced emotion? Which truth would deepen my connection? Yellow, the light of intellect, curiosity, play, spark. Yellow is brightness, playful, curious, future-seeking. Jung linked yellow to intuition, expansive, creative, curious. For Jung, yellow is the color of consciousness itself. It is the archetype of the sage, the enlightened one, the part of us that seeks truth, clarity, and understanding. It vibrates in the solar plexus chakra, the seat of personal power and self-worth. Yellow is the sun breaking through the clouds, a symbol of mental illumination after confusion. Yellow in dreams can mean insight, problem-solving, or the arrival of new possibilities. But in its shadow, yellow becomes overthinking, arrogance, or an inflated ego disconnected from empathy. Jung warned that too much yellow can blind as well as illuminate. It can trap us in rationality, cutting us off from instinct and emotion. Balanced yellow, however, helps us integrate thought and feeling into wise action. Yellow tells us, shine. But don't forget the warmth that makes light bearable. Hidden desire, discovery, joy, generation of ideas. Shadow, ideas can scatter, positivity can be escape. Avoidance through brightness. In life, you excel at brainstorming, coaching, playful leadership. Practice, commit to one golden task today, 25-minute focus, followed by rest. Celebrate completion. Journal, what grief am I skipping with humor? Which idea deserves real time? Green, the bridge of the heart, healing, connection, grounding. Green is life, connection, healing. Green is nature's voice. In Jungian terms, it represents the archetype of the healer, the part of the psyche that nurtures, restores, and connects. Occupying the heart chakra, green is a bridge, linking the physical, earthbound self with the spiritual, transcendent self. It is harmony in action, compassion for others without losing yourself. In dreams, green may signal personal growth, renewal, or reconciliation. Jung also connected green with the alchemical process of transformation, the greening of the soul as it integrates shadow and light. Yet green's shadow is envy, stagnation, or the illusion of safety that prevents growth. If green feels heavy, it may mean you are holding on to old wounds instead of allowing healing. Green speaks gently, grow, but do not cling. Love, but do not lose yourself. Jung tied green to feeling or sensation, the grounded, relational pulse. Hidden desire, belonging, nurturing, restoration. Shadow, too much giving without replenishment, blurred boundaries. In life, you're the comforter, connector, community builder. Practice, next time someone asks, pause, offer yes, no, counteroffer. Protect your space gracefully. Journal, where am I giving to be accepted? How does my body signal a boundary crossed? Purple, the gateway to the mystical, vision, mystery, transformation. Purple feels deep, mystical, visionary, sovereign. In Jung's alchemy and color symbolism, purple hints at transformation and psychic richness. Purple is the marriage of red's earthly power and blue's spiritual wisdom. Jung saw it as the archetype of the magician, the one who bridges worlds, who stands with one foot in the visible and one in the invisible. Linked to the crown chakra, purple represents intuition, transcendence, and connection to the collective unconscious, the universal reservoir of symbols, myths, and archetypes Jung devoted his life to studying. Purple in dreams can herald profound change, psychic awakening, or the integration of different aspects of the self into a new, more unified whole. Its shadow is illusion, escapism, or the temptation to live only in the world of ideas and spirit, neglecting the grounded needs of the body. Purple says, walk between worlds, but remember you belong to both. Hidden desire, to transmute, to lead with insight. Shadow, can slide into exclusivity, spiritual bypass, or aloofness. In life, you're drawn to strategic creativity, depth, rituals, art. Practice, create a small ritual this week that results in something real, writing, artwork, plan. Anchor the mystical. Journal, where do I perform depth, not live it? Which transformation can I make tangible? Black, the depth of the unconscious, depth, shadow, renewal. Last, black. In Jungian symbolism, black, in Jungian psychology, is the color of mystery, the unknown, and the infinite depth of the psyche. It embodies the archetype of the shadow, the hidden, often suppressed aspects of ourselves that we rarely acknowledge. Jung saw the shadow as a necessary part of the psyche. It holds our fears, desires, instincts, and potential for transformation. Black is the night sky, the abyss, the fertile void from which all creation emerges. It can be simultaneously frightening and protective, concealing secrets while offering space for reflection. In dreams, black often signals encounters with what is unconscious, fears, unresolved conflicts, or the unrecognized powers within us. On a positive level, black symbolizes potential, introspection, and inner strength. It invites us to go inward, to confront the shadow and integrate its lessons. Through black, Jung suggests, we access individuation, the process of becoming whole by reconciling light and dark, conscious and unconscious. Yet black also carries a shadow of its own, despair, isolation, or emotional withdrawal. It can be overwhelming if embraced without awareness, tempting the psyche into avoidance or stagnation. Black is a mirror, it reflects both our depth and our fears, showing that growth often begins in darkness. Black whispers. Face what you hide. Dive deep. From the void, you will rise transformed. Hidden desire, to own your depth, to emerge transformed. Shadow, cynicism, secrecy, isolation. Pain that barricades love. In life, you're fiercely loyal, meticulous, strong when unseen. Excellent in unseen leadership or deep creative work. Practice, share one true line, simple, honest, with someone you trust. Begin a private shadow journal. Name one recurring fear or image. Journal, what am I hiding for safety? If safety wasn't the issue, what would I ask for? There you have it, red, blue, yellow, green, purple, or black. Which color calls you strongest? Drop it in the comments. If this conversation gave you more awareness, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll post more color and Jung-inspired reflections soon. Your color isn't a label, it's a doorway into deeper self-understanding. Let's keep walking through it, together.